Hey, welcome to Black Sheep Overland Adventures again. We're going to walk you through some tools that we use on the trail every time, and we have a trail box with recovery equipment and things like that. I'm going to walk you through even our box and our bag. We're going to show you everything we got. It'll be helpful to you on the trail. Tune in. Including this tool bag / recovery equipment bag. Inside here we have a little purse of hand tools that you might need on the trail, like pliers, crimpers, some little parts. This is for high pressure transmission line in case you blow a transmission line. Just some cheap pliers, cutters, screwdriver. Now this setup here doesn't look like much, but it's a 19mm with extension and a heavy 1/2-inch drive ratchet. And what we would do if our lugs were too tight is just get the lug nuts off our wheels, because they really don't make a good storable wrench to get the lug nuts off. And so we'll use our high lift jack handle as leverage on this heavy 1/2-inch drive ratchet. So that's for tire changing. This is a 6mm Allen, which fits almost everything we would need to fit as far concerning our rack and our tent. This is a tube cutter in case you do need to cut tubing, aluminum tubing for a transmission line, because we have seen people and we have experienced a blown transmission line ourselves. A little pair of needle nose pliers, a little bigger pair of needle nose pliers, a little backup crescent. So we have a flat, we have a Phillips screwdriver, and I know it's not snap-on or whatever, but this is for the trail, not for the shop. And then we have a little Allen pack set with metric Allens, in case the one that fits most everything isn't the one we need. We've got that. And here's the other high pressure transmission line. If you have never seen one of those, very handy to carry. And I can give you the part number if you're running a Jeep. If you'll look there, that TR number, that can come in really handy on the trail.
TR405.
Okay, so that's that. And then another thing that's very handy on the trail, let me get this where you can see it, is a multimeter. Just a little cheap multimeter from Harbor Freight for the trail. Okay, that can help a great deal also. We've had people that lost their electric fan due to a relay, and we were able to bypass the relay, get them going. And that's not all. There's other things. That's just one example comes to mind. Okay. If you don't have a soft shackle for recovery, we carry 2 soft shackles. Okay. Paracord. You cannot go anywhere without paracord if you're overlanding or off-roading. Paracord is essential for every single thing you could hardly imagine. Okay. Let's see. Okay.
How much more stuff is in that
There's
purse?
a lot of stuff in here.
Mary Poppins.
There's a lot of stuff. To go along with your meter here, it's nice to have, I'm just trying to get it open, have some spare fuses, some lugs, some splices. Now you can get, solder splices, but, I use a crimper, so there's different ones. I've got these slide style, and then I've got a ring lug down here, some ring lugs. If you don't know what that is, let me try to get one out and show you. Ring lugs here, very handy. Okay, a little bit of wire, and you can salvage wire too if you've got a speaker box or something like that. We carry a little stretch of wire for emergencies, get you through. And then some splices. So you have, these splices are for like 1614, and these are like 1822 gauge. That's the gauge wire, what size wire. So I carry 2 different sizes, you can make it work. And then a fuse puller. Now your Jeeps are going to have a fuse puller, and they'll have a couple spare fuses. Now you won't have many of these large spade fuses, but someone else might. You might have an older Jeep on the trail, so I carry an array of those, and I carry a jumper. If you don't have one of those jumpers, get you some. They'll come in handy and save you. And then the fuses for our Jeeps that are 2007 to the current Jeeps 2022 are going to be these style right here. We carry some of those to 2007 all the way to current. There'll be this model right here. Pre-2007 we'll have a kind of a mix of these, and then of course you guys probably know from 2001 earlier, it's going to be all this or a bus fuse. I'll be honest with you, I do have bus fuses, but I don't know where they are. I think they're on the hood of that Jeep over there. But then a fuse puller. Okay, now what you see here, this little 1/4-inch extension, and this is all just some Walmart stuff, because I'm telling you guys, we overland on a budget. We nothing fancy. We get out there and we have fun, and we're able to fix stuff on the trail, and you don't have to carry $50,000 worth of equipment. You can keep it to a minimum, although there is a lot of stuff you really need. So 1/4-inch drive ratchet, 1/4-inch drive extension in case you need it. And then if you look here, I carry you see the red line sockets. Those are standard, like 1/4-inch up to I have up to 1/2 in here. Okay, and then the blue line are your metric, and that's the one that's going to come up missing every time, 10mm. Keep up with that one. That's the one you'll need more than anything else. And then I carry a little array of hose clamps here for like 1/4 and 3/8 hose, and it all fits in this little cheap old $1 tub. You can get those at your Costco, Walmart, big retail store, whatever you choose, whatever poison you choose. Okay, get all this, and it's real easy to put back in here. And we've got a little extra space. I like to leave one little tub open, but so that's all your electrical stuff there. Okay, then so back to soft shackle. It's always good, and we used one, not this one, but we used one just like it on the trail this weekend yesterday, and we used it 3 or 4 different times. I can't remember exactly, but it's a great shackle. This is a 3/4 shackle, and the reason it's a 3/4, and it'll say right here, if you'll look, you'll see the 3/4 on there printed. And the reason that's a 3/4 is because this shaft on this pin is 3/4 of an inch in diameter. Okay, heavy, it'll do the job. That's a cheap Chinese one, but it'll do the job for what you're doing. You're not going to lift 250,000 pounds. You're going to pull a vehicle that weighs maybe 6,000 pounds out of silt or mud or rock, and it's got wheels and it'll roll. So I'll pull that out in a minute. Okay, more electrical stuff. This is just jumper stuff. So I carry these little jumpers in case you need to jump. This is how we discovered the relay was bad. We're able to jump from one side to the other with the little jumpers for the electrical. Okay. Oh, look here. Carry, now you should get a better assortment than what I have. The reason I carry the bus fuses, to be honest with you, is for your 12-volt cigarette lighter adapter. Rachel, hand me that extension, that springy looking thingy. All of these, doesn't matter what you got today, if you buy one today, it is going to take this 1/4. This is 1/4 by 1 1/4. That's the length. So it's 1/4-inch wide and 1 1/4 long. And I use a 20 amp. You can get bigger, but I like 20 amps, kind of all around amp. But you're going to blow these if you're overlanding. And so there's your replacement for that. Okay. So there's part of my electrical. If you don't have a recovery ring, by the way, I do not have a synthetic rope cable on my winch. I have a steel cable. Okay, well, this is a recovery ring. This one here is a superior recovery ring, and I cannot use it with my steel cable. What I can use it for is to go inside my soft shackle here, right? I can soft shackle again. I'll simulate it. Soft shackle again, and I can put a hook in that, right? And I can soft shackle, I can go my soft shackle through the ring, and I'll demonstrate this sometime, and like so, and it takes a load off of your shackle or your synthetic rope. And here's another thing, just because I don't have, you got to think about other people on the trail. They'll have a synthetic rope, and you could use this recovery ring with theirs. I do plan on getting synthetic rope for mine, but I don't have one now. But just know that these recovery rings are not made for steel cable. It will bend the fire and ruin your steel cable, bend the fire out of it. Okay? But it's good to have one. You can come across somebody that is needing that on the trail. They're super handy. We'll demonstrate that for you sometime. We do have some folks that ride with us that have synthetic rope. So this is part of the recovery equipment I like to carry. Also, recovery, if you don't have one, this is an extra shiv. People call them a snatch block, but this is known as a shiv. And so what you can do with this, using your soft shackles, you can go around a tree or something. This opens up, your hook turns, this opens like that, and your cable, if you need to, you can pull this pin, but you can run your cable through here, close this back up. It's hard to demonstrate here on the floor. Mm-hmm. And this would be to the tree. Your cable would come through, go back to your shackle on the front of your Jeep, and double the capacity of your winch. This will double the capacity of your winch. This will also get you side pulls from a tree off the side of the trail or whatever, okay? And then you can never have enough carabiners. Not only do I got these, I have carabiners everywhere.
Yes, he does.
And we use them. It's crazy. Everything that it comes up for, you can use it. And it's unlimited. And just use your imagination. You can use it for almost anything. Okay? And then I always carry some kind of a ratchet strap. These are kind of pricey. This is a Chinese one, but you can get American made that are really pricey. But they cinch up. It's got a hook on this end. They cinch up, and they're real easy to release. If I can remember how, they got a release here. You can pull the hook and pull it right back out. And really nice tie down for all sorts of stuff. Now we carry ratchet straps also, but our ratchet straps you cannot see now, but they're in the back of our Jeep, and they can serve as dual purpose. We use them to tie down our Pelican cases for camera equipment. But you can call that part of recovery, but it could be part of a recovery to go get some, help someone tie something up under their vehicle or whatever. High pressure, this is high pressure, 11/32 hose. If you own a JK, a JL, a TJ, a YJ, that's your transmission line. You can use it on the high pressure side or the low pressure return side. And you generally don't need very much. You just need a piece of it. You need a piece of it along with this, and you can get back on the road. That's part of your transmission line kit. And then I carry a complete set of standard and metric combos for whatever might come up. And then you want to, a lot of times, have something to lay on. So just a cheap, I think this is like a 6x8 tarp. I think I got it for $2 at Harbor Freight. So you can lay it down if you need to. You know, of course, you got to get all these tools out. But you lay it down if you need to keep from, you know, laying on something rough or bugs or something. We've actually been places where there were these bugs that jumped on Rachel's leg and just eat her alive. And then I generally have more batteries than this, but we carry the little, I forget what these are.
I bet they're CR2032.
I think they're CR2032 also. So they're used in
CR2032.
A lot of applications, cameras, and people have little machines they carry for their health, different things, blood pressure, cuffs and stuff like that. I just keep a little pack of those because they fit in there. You know, you just know that they're in there. They don't take up any space. So anyway, I won't put all that back in for now. I'll go through this other stuff over here. Okay, so we went through the tool bag, and in the tool bag we had some recovery equipment. And so what I use now, this is a dual purpose. This is the Ratine. It's a really good recovery sling. It's not the kinetic high energy, but it's a very good sling. The kinetic high energies are out of my budget range. So you can use this to recover a Jeep, you know, just by going to your rear shackle to the front there, and then you can also use this to go around a tree and connect your first soft shackle to get your winch going, and you can use it to go around a tree to connect your snatch block to your shift. Okay. So we don't leave home without that. It's got a handy dandy little carry case. All right. We try to stay, when we camp, we'll find us a nice water hole generally, 9 times out of 10. So we like to have a couple of telescopic fishing poles. These you can get at your local retail outlet, like Atwood's, Harbor Freight. Well, no, not Harbor Freight. Atwood's and Tractor Supply. I'm not sure what the Upper Midwest has and stuff, but anyway, they're on Amazon.
Amazon also has them.
Yeah, we do everything Amazon. It's Chinese, but we'll take it. I'm not too proud. And I take a little cheap old box of just panfish style jigs and hooks and whatever, and there's some bobbers in there, jig heads, and don't forget to get yourself, because we just about 100% on these small bodies of water we'll catch fish. It's crazy, but we do. We catch them, and you'll need a stringer. Don't forget the stringer. Everybody wants to go get their bait, but they forget the stringer to put the fish on. Okay, so there's that. It takes care of that. And I always carry, some extra stuff. This is just a set of cables that you could use to go to your battery, and then, power something. Just whatever. I think I said this before, but we never leave home without your paracord. Plenty of it. A little bit of rope. You can get all from your large retail outlet store, whichever poison you choose. We carry a first aid kit. These first aid kits is like they're in abundance. They're everywhere. North by Honeywell, and you can get these. Harbor Freight has these too, and it's about any range you want. This one's been around the block. It rides under the passenger seat in my Jeep, and it's got everything you could need for light first aid, prepping on the trail, and it could really help someone. Inside here is also a snake kit. So the snake kits it's real small. So get you a snake kit. They're $4 or $5, and that could help save somebody's life. Okay. Talcum powder comes in handy for all sorts of things on the trail for your vehicle, and it come in handy for yourself also for chafing if you're hiking. Okay. You guys don't need to know what that is. We carry in our Jeep, which we're going to do a walk around here soon on our Jeep. And I'm sorry we haven't done that yet. But the Black Sheep has auxiliary power. It has a battery isolator, 134 amp lead acid battery backup with a power station that I've built out of a plastic box now. I plan on changing that, maybe making a lightweight aluminum box for it or something. But anyway, an extension cord can help you get power to somebody on the trail or yourself. I mean, believe it or not, we have a tent topper, and we can carry a box fan with us and run that box fan all night, no problem. Okay, so we carry that. If you guys have, we also bring a porta potty with us. We have a collapsible toilet with a pop-up porta potty / shower. And you can get those almost anywhere, your local retail store or on Amazon. And so for those, this is your Poo Gel. So you put couple packets in your trash bag here. It goes inside your collapsible potty. And then you do what you got to do. And it causes it to gel and not be sloshy. And you can pack it in, pack it out. Okay, we carry 2 sets of frog togs, one for me and one for Miss Rachel. And it's hard to find some that fit a lady, but if it's pouring down rain, they gotta be outside in it. They're not gonna care if it's too large. You're just gonna be glad you had a frog tog. So these are both my size, and that's what you're gonna run into. In a dry Ziploc baggie, fire starter. You can buy these fire starters just about anywhere in all of your hardware stores and your large retail outlet stores and Amazon. And they will light no matter what. They're gonna light for you, and they're gonna burn. They'll get you a fire going. Okay. Carry a lighter to light that block. Okay. We carry a jerry can for fuel, 5 gallons, 6 really. And so we keep the spout, that's our jerry can spout, stays nice and dry and free from contaminants, things getting in your fuel. If you just let it float around your Jeep, you can get all sorts of things in there, but this will cinch up. And most things smaller than a 1/2 inch, you're going to have a hard time, unless it's smaller than a 1/2 inch, you're going to have a hard time getting in there with your jerry can spout. We always carry at least 1 quart, generally 2 quarts. This is the ATF Plus 4. I think that Jeep also uses the Universal, but it's kind of pricey. But believe it or not, we generally carry 2 quarts, and 2 quarts has bailed us out. It got us, I don't know, a good 15 miles one time recently. So transmission fluid, I carry 2 quarts of oil, and this is the 5W30 Valvoline. Now, some people use the 5W20, and that's fine. Then we carry blended fuel. He can come over here. Blended fuel, camp fuel for our little burner. And if you guys don't know what these are, they're a great little man. If you're hiking or kayaking or even overlanding, and you want to just have something really easy, it comes with the bowl, kind of a little pot, a stand. The stand folds out, like that for stability. Can goes on there, so it's real stable. It comes with a knife, fork, and spoon set inside here. I'll just pull out one. There's the fork. So that just folds out, makes you a fork. Okay, and trust me, there's a spoon and knife in there. All right, comes with this cup in case you're having something heated. It's got a insulated, non-melting, plasticky, rubbery thingy around it. Silicone. And then your burner comes in this little case, and it's small. It's about 2 inches by 1 1/4 inch, the little container. And inside there is your burner. And so the burner, this is a flame control for the burner here. This is the piezo here. And the stands for whatever it is you're going to put on there, your bowl or your pot.
He can come over here. It's
Yeah,
fine.
that's fine.
He comes over here to help.
This all just folds out like this. I got my helper. This is Levi. Hey, Levi. Careful.
Uh-oh.
My grandson. Careful, stinker. And stay back there. You gotta watch out. You're here. Play with this flashlight. Always carry a flashlight. Show them the flashlight, Levi. So the burner, it just screws on here, and that's resealable. So when you spin it on there, you know, the flame control is here, and then so you would turn it on, hit the piezo, and you'll have a flame, and you can, you know, bring ramen noodles or, you know, something real easy, rice or whatever, you know, bam. And you can even put your, if you've got a percolator will sit right on there. You got to find a pretty good level spot, okay? But anyway, that's a real super handy item to have on the trail. Folds up real easy, collapses back to itself like that. This is supposed to go up there like that, but anyway, it'll go in here, no problem.
Is the flashlight working? Oh, it got your eyes.
It all fits back in there really nice. Back in the cup.
Careful.
Your spoon and knife set will go in there also. Put your stand in. Down it goes first. Your cup, like so. Bowl goes on top. Back into the carry case. And it'll still light if you get it wet. If you take a kayak and it gets, you know, you drown it, it'll still light. That piezo will light that burner for you. No problem. Maybe we could leave you guys a link. I don't know. My camera crew, she'll have to figure that out. This is really super handy to have. Really handy. Set of jumper cables. Carry that with you. 100%. For bugs. Deep wood's off. This is for our high lift jack. It's the foot for the high lift jack if you're in the mud or whatever. Comes in handy. And then here we have a tire repair kit. This is pretty much a standard tire repair kit. It's got patches and plugs in here, and another valve stem, core remover, pressure gauge, needle nose pliers. And you definitely want to carry a pocket knife with you so you can cut off the excess. This one is a Smittybilt, which Smittybilt is the maker also of our tent topper that we use. I highly recommend that tent topper. It's economical and very, very user friendly. We'll go over that sometime. Okay, and then we carry, I know it's summertime right now, I'm sweating. We had to turn the fans off so you guys could hear in our shop here. But just carry a spare flannel blanket for all sorts of things you could imagine. And believe it or not, last night, it is August the 13th and today's the 14th. We woke up this morning out on the trail to 53 degrees. So an extra blanket can come in handy for those things like that. And I think this is the last thing. probably should have been the first thing. Safety and protecting yourself out there, from getting burnt. And I'm telling you, if you're burnt up and you try to sleep in a hammock or a tent or your bed or anywhere and you're burnt, it's awful. So carry you some high SPF. They make higher for us. This is what we carry.
We carry Equate because it seems to work better than the name brand. It's much more affordable.
We do like the Equate and the Ultra, and it is inexpensive, and right. That's right. Rachel's right. And then this is spare toilet paper. We carry another roll also inside the Jeep, but it's a spare that goes in. Let me show you. It's going to be crazy, but all this stuff you see here, including this duck. No, not really. Everything you see here is all going to fit in this box. So I'll put my hand out there, right? You can kind of get an idea how wide the box is, and then idea of how deep the box is, okay? And then how wide the box is, right? Okay? So this is just a little cheap old box. Bought it from a giant retail outlet store that's a local one to us. And I took the lid. This is a Plano, cheapo Plano, okay? These are some tool holders that I got off Amazon to hold a shovel and a hatchet on top of it. I don't carry it there, but I can carry it there if I need to. If I'm in a place in my Jeep that I don't want to leave my shovel and my hatchet on the exterior of my Jeep, I've got a place to store it, so I'm not just throwing it somewhere in the Jeep. There's not a lot of space. We have a 2-door. So what I did, you can go buy this weather stripping. Will you turn that off? So you can go buy this cheap old door weather stripping that you would get for your house or whatever. And it has an adhesive back on it. And I just cut it. I didn't cut it all the way. You see, I got it close there, the gap. But I just put a bead of Gorilla Glue around with the adhesive and put it on there. And so what happens is you end up with a really nice dust seal. So if you use this on ATV, or if you have your tops off of your Jeep, your doors, or whatever, all of your things that you carry don't get dusty. And if you were to get swamped, it'll seal it to help it from getting wet. You might get a little water, but it'll keep most of it out. Okay? And
that's good for a video.
yeah, if you have any questions, drop us a line in the comments section. And if you liked this video, please, we ask you to look at the rest. We've got more videos out there, overland videos, off-road videos, and please subscribe and hit that notification bell all if you liked it. And if you didn't like it, leave us a comment and tell us what we could do to make it better. Thanks.